Well, it is Sunday night.
7:01.
7:01. We are on time. I mean,
For us.
we are right on time, which is crazy. And I'm John Pope.
And I'm Ryan White.
I'm Atticus White.
Atticus, and you're watching the Chain Gang. Love it, man. I didn't think you would go with Atticus, but I'm impressed that you did.
I like your hat, man. That looks really good. Yeah. Some apparel, some swag.
It's been a fun week.
Yeah, you know what? I've missed you.
I
feel like it's been a month.
It's been peachy seeing you. I feel like it's been 2 months.
Yeah. I'm glad to be behind the mic again. I got a lot to say.
I've got tons to say. Atticus, what do you got?
He don't know.
He don't know. So.
Just enough to
hey,
get by.
I want to share something with you a little bit because this is a sports show. It's a manly sports show. And I got to tell you, Alicia's birthday was this week.
Yeah, I know. And I loved the picture that went up.
I mean, that's my hat I wear all winter. And she wore it, but I went to a spa.
Yo.
I went to a spa, man.
Really?
I was so scared going to the spa, but oh my gosh, I don't ever want to come home.
I know. All right, so I've had a full body massage one time, like a legit massage.
Never had a massage.
And I was sore the next day. Were you sore?
I wasn't sore because I didn't feel like the pressure was quite there, but
you needed a little more pressure.
But I was proud of myself is what I'm trying to say is I relaxed. And
did you get a mani and a pedi?
No, gosh.
Okay, because if you did, no. I'm taking some man card.
No, I didn't. But anyways, it was a good week. We took Friday off. We did that. Yeah. You did something. Hold on.
Yes.
Aaron Woosley says, "Woohoo, Atticus. He's our favorite."
I saw that.
Do you know Aaron?
Probably.
Aaron's a good friend of mine. So
yeah, I know she is.
And JC says,
hey, John, are you an Oklahoma fan?
Am I an Oklahoma fan?
No.
A little bit.
I don't know.
Let's talk about being fans. You got to go to the pink and white game. I mean, the
red and white game. Oh, no.
The red and white game.
Yeah, so Saturday, it's kind of a tradition. We like to make it like a family affair. We go down to Fayetteville and watch the red-white game is what they call it. It's the scrimmage, inter-squad scrimmage.
For Arkansas.
Basically. Yeah, for the Hogs. And you always got, when you go down there, you got to watch the game. You got to eat at Smoking Joe's.
Must have.
And you got to go to Andy's, but you have to order
the Hog Heaven.
The Hog Heaven, which they don't make it up here. You have to ask them.
It's only in Arkansas.
Here, and it is delicious.
But how did the Hogs do?
So the Hogs won. They won.
Hogs won against themselves.
Yeah, they played well. So in all seriousness, I think they're going to be way better than last year. Their talent level is increasing, and that is totally because of the recruiting efforts of the staff. It's unbelievable what they're doing. But, I think they're going to be really good. I think if I gave you over under 5, what are you going?
I'm going over.
Let's ask the folks. Over under 5 games for the Hogs this year.
What do you mean 5? Hold on. What's your over under? What do you mean
5 wins? 5 wins.
Oh, gosh. Over.
Over under 5 wins.
Over.
What do y'all think out there?
I'd put $1,000 right now on over.
Do you think so?
Without a doubt.
Yeah. So week 2, we've got Texas at home.
And you and I are going to that game.
I have got to be
at
that game.
You can't
count that
exclude me.
Write that in. No,
Don't
I'm saying our families are going to that game.
I have to be there. Because I want to see them lose so bad.
I don't sell out and wear other teams' gear, but I will wear my OU stuff and cheer. I will be pig suey, whatever you need me to say.
Yeah, man.
Are we sounding good?
We need to make shirts that have the Arkansas red or the Texas orange, except we need to have the logo facing down.
Not a bad idea.
I'm liking that.
That isn't a bad
I'm
idea.
glad you brought this kid.
Yeah, man. He's pretty sharp.
Rick Barney says he's pulling our man cards, by the way.
Why?
Because I guess you got a Manny Petty, you said.
Pulling the man card.
You said I thought I got a massage. You got a Mani Petty.
No, I got a full body. You all rewind the tape. You guys are crazy.
I know what you said. So
anyway,
hold on.
Anyway, we had a good time with the fam. It's always good. It's more about the family and the time together, and not necessarily just about the game for us.
He said that you've been to hippie breakfast restaurants close to the baseball field. I don't even know what a hippie breakfast restaurant would be.
How do you?
I'm not sure what he's talking about.
I love it. We're going to talk to him in just a second.
Okay,
so
we'll
maybe
have to ask him.
He'll say, I wanted to go to that game with you this weekend.
What is a hippie breakfast restaurant? I don't even know what that is.
Can you tell us what that is, please?
I don't know. I mean, maybe they. I don't even know where to go with this.
I don't either.
Has anybody else heard of a hippie breakfast restaurant?
Tell us what a hippie
Fayetteville.
breakfast restaurant is.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we're way off topic.
We are.
Great time. Over under 5 games. What y'all think? I think they'll be over.
I'm not kidding you. I would put easily $1,000 on Arkansas being way over 5 games.
Over.
So, hey, we want to thank our sponsor. He's a KU fan, but we still love him.
Yeah.
Dr. Kaiser for his sponsorship of our show
Saw him
and
at church today.
making this happen. So we're gonna thank him real quick with his commercial.
I am a second-generation chiropractor, so chiropractic is my passion. I had a practice in Kansas City. My wife and I, Shauna, decided to get out of the city. We found Rogersville, and we set up shop here, and we love it. It's a cash practice only, so we want to keep it simple. We just have a flat rate fee for our patients. It brings me great joy to have patients tell me that they're feeling better all over. We not only treat the affected area, but we treat the whole body, the whole person.
So thank you, Dr. Kaiser. Are you hurting?
Well, on their metal benches at the Hog Stadium. And
You
my
need to
back
go
was
get
out
They
of
hurt.
line.
You
got
need
me
to-
straightened out right there. I feel better. Thanks, Doc.
You need an adjustment.
You need to go see Doc.
Yeah. I'm not kidding you. I've told this story before on the show, but I went in there and you remember, I'm pointing at Alicia. She's sitting over here, but like I thought I broke my wrist because I've done it before. Like I thought I broke my hand. He goes, let me pop this. And then I'm like 2 hours later, I'm like, oh, it's perfect.
It's fine again. Thanks.
Anyways.
Were you thinking at first it's already popped?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't
Don't need
know.
you to
So
break it more.
Like I don't need it broken more.
hey, let's talk a little bit about some awesome LR sports this
Mhm.
week. We got baseball. Our baseball boys are 12-3 right now.
I'm representing with the
You
hat
do. I
tonight.
thought, yeah, that's a cat's hat. Normally
Yeah.
it's in Arkansas, but
Hey, he decided to go with the cat's hat today.
I want to go over some stats real quick because I mean, and I got this. I got to tell you, I appreciate Rich Sturts so much.
That guy is working all the
Yeah.
time.
Hold on. I want to say we're in Studio A. This is not our studio.
No.
I want to
No, it's
remind
not.
people of this. We're
Yeah.
building our studio, so
Yeah.
don't think this is our studio. We appreciate the people, the commentators from the Morning Waffle
Yeah.
for letting us use this.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a Tuesday morning show you don't want to miss.
No, I check that out.
But I want to get back on. That was
You're
kind of
way
way
topic.
off topic there.
Chasing rabbits over here.
But Rich does an amazing job. He covers. I mean, I don't know how many games a week he covers, but he does that for K-ROG, and we appreciate it. But I asked him for some stats today. I want to run down some batting averages real quick because
Yeah,
I'm
seeing
blown.
some that are like,
Yeah.
wow.
I'm blown away. I'll put it here. You got Blakey at 362, Sutherland at 391, Corneliuson 340, Lewis 356, and Peterson 362. Remember, Peterson's one of our favorite receivers from last year.
Yeah.
And I only added the guys that had 40 at bats or more.
Wow.
There's others that are hitting in the 300s, but I narrowed it down to 40 at bats or more. Pitching, I want to go over this real quick.
Is that his ERA?
Yeah, Blakey 0.955 ERA.
So for the lay folk out there that don't know what that means that every outing he gives up less than 1 run per
That's
game.
right. That's right. Sutherland
Yeah.
1.4.
Yeah.
Corneliuson 1.27. And our freshman, I got to mention this guy because he got our first, not our first. We were in a conference game and they went with our freshman Lawrence, and he has a 1.448
It's outstanding.
ERA.
That's outstanding. Good job, boys.
Yeah.
They're 12-3, just beat a ranked team in the state.
We did. We beat Summit Christian, ranked 7th.
Well, they
class
ain't
5.
anymore.
They ain't, yeah. So keep it up, man. We're proud of you. We got coverage there on K-ROG of every baseball game, I believe. You got Chase Blakey doing an amazing job with freshman and JV, and then you've got Rich Sturts and Louis Michael are the two that are covering that. So
So great job, guys. I mean, that's very impressive numbers already through the season.
I also want to say we're gonna talk about some other stuff, but man, this is your time. We are the #1 ranked sports show
in Rogersville.
Yeah,
I mean, it's amazing the competition that we, go up against week in and week out, and we just continue to demolish.
We demolish them. So if you have a question or you have a comment that you want to ask us right now. You may not get. I mean, I go about. I know you do too. Day to day, we have armed guards that have to protect us.
Yeah, my entourage has been growing. I've noticed, so I'm needing a little more enforcement. So, but anyway, in all seriousness, like and share our page. Get it out there. We want to spread the good word about what's going on in Rog. And
I got to tell you and I know you've had this experience too. But I was going into the Mexican restaurant, Cosmel.
Mm-hmm.
And this lady was walking out, and she said, "John?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "I watch every show you have."
I bet she did.
No, this is a true. This is a true story. And I said, "Oh, what's your name?" And she told me what her name was, and it's like obviously we can see your comments and your likes. That is
That's cool.
Fun for me.
Yeah.
Because we didn't start. I mean, we've been 6 months into this.
Has it been that long?
It's been that long. 6
Holy
months.
cow, man!
Wow. K-ROG has been here for a year.
Yeah, they've
we've
been way longer than we have.
6 months into this, but it's fun to watch those people that are fans and get to meet them face to face.
It's great.
So,
Can I have your autograph?
No, it wasn't
Did
quite
she
like
not
that.
say that?
No,
She didn't say that. Oh.
we're not that big. I mean,
Not yet.
pretty close.
Not yet. We're working on it.
The keyword is yet.
I'm getting messages here on my phone. So
Hey, I want to bring something up real quick while you're reading that message. So, and I sent it to John, and we've talked about this team briefly on here. But if y'all have not been out and watched the Queen City Insane Asylum,
You need to go watch them.
it is so much fun. It's 8-on-8, big boy man football. And one of the hits from the game that we went to with
ESPN.
Boyer, it made it on ESPN. It was so
The guy,
amazing.
the Queen City tackler, ran into.
It's on a
who Are they
kickoff.
playing? Who are
I
they
don't know.
playing?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. They beat almost everybody they play, and he hit him so hard, his helmet went.
He
flying.
decleated the
It just-
guy. It knocked his
that kind of
helmet off.
violence scares me.
It was awesome. So
Hey.
anyway, go check him out.
Like I don't want to be the guy in that position that's getting tackled.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Chase, I know you texted me, but post that to my page so I can share this. It's
man.
some pretty cool news about.
Whoa, does that say a?
No, don't say it. I want him to post it to our page.
Yeah, you need to
post
put
it in
that
the
out
comments
here,
so
man.
I can put it up for you. Or if you don't,
No, he needs
Won't
to.
say
He
it at
needs
all.
to
He needs
show
to post it,
everybody.
so.
Yeah.
All right. So congrats on our boys baseball. Our soccer girls are doing really good.
Yeah, I talked to Ballard about that briefly today.
Yeah. 7-6 right now.
Yeah. Having a good season.
And it's something, that's something that you and I both admitted. I didn't know soccer before we started this.
Yeah, he showed me a video kind of along the same lines of another soccer event with his twins, and Rylan got his first red card ever.
I love it.
This past weekend, and from what I saw, Rylan did way better than I would have because I would have probably knocked
Lost
the kid
it.
out.
You would have killed the kid.
Yeah. So anyway,
It gets
Yeah.
chippy. I mean, soccer gets chippy. Did you see? I loved it. It was a picture posted of Coach Ballard and Coach Wubenall, and they're both yelling at girls at the same time. And it's like, I think Ballard said, "Caption this." I'm like, oh, I've got so many things. But hey, congrats to our soccer lady cats. You're doing awesome. Keep up the good work. So
there it is, Pope. Put that up there.
I'm gonna
for
put
people
that
to
up
see because
there.
that is incredible.
Thank you, Chase. I mean, look at this. I'm going to read it now. Blakey had a perfect game 2. Now,
He had a perfect game. He had 2 conference saves and
yeah.
capped off the week with a grand slam yesterday.
Nice.
so people don't understand. Well, maybe they do. I'm not a huge baseball fan, but a perfect game.
Yeah, that's almost impossible to do.
You have a no.
It's hard to have a perfect season.
Yeah, you have a no hitter, and then you have a perfect game.
Right.
And a no hitter in itself is amazing.
Yeah.
So, keep it up. I've watched his kid since he's little play ball, and that kid works so hard so it doesn't blow me away that he's having this kind of luck.
Adrian, do you remember the
Not
quote?
luck.
What the quote I told you about? When he just said the kid works hard. What's the quote?
If you practice soft, don't expect to play hard.
Well, that's one of them. The other one was what? Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Keep that in mind.
I didn't. That's not my quote.
Yeah, so keep it up, guys. I mean, we're
No, he's not that. He's not that good at quotes.
who? Your dad?
Yeah, he's
have-
not that good at
Thanks for
making
the
them up.
sport.
You have a lot of good quotes.
I don't know.
Sometimes I'm feeling down and I call you and say, give me a quote.
Give me a dad joke.
Give me a quote, man.
Speaking of dad jokes, since we're on the topic, just say one.
No.
We don't have any
We
dad
don't have time
jokes.
for
We're
that.
not
Man.
old-
We're jam packed right now.
You and I are not old
We're
enough
booked.
to have dad jokes. So
I do.
He is. He's a dad.
I want to move on to my favorite, your favorite. I
Mhm.
think we've said this.
Yeah, baby.
Our favorite part of the show is the Hometown Furniture Athletes of the Week.
Yes.
And so let me throw these,
Get your graphics
let
up.
me get these graphics up.
Yeah.
Oh,
whoa. Hey,
what in the
slow
world did
up
I do
there,
with
yo.
that?
What'd you do, man?
Let me adjust this real quick, folks, because obviously I didn't do my homework here.
We've been off a little bit.
Been off a little bit.
Yeah.
So our
Off too long.
Hometown Furniture Athletes of the Week, and we appreciate our friends over at Hometown Furniture for being sponsors of this award.
Yeah.
Our boys are Curry Sutherland,
Yeah.
who, if you remember, he just came off a phenomenal basketball season.
Yes.
And now let's go back to his
Yeah, he's hitting 391.
391 as a pitcher. Hey, bring in the pitcher to hit. I mean, that's not normal, but
No.
391 batting average and a 1.4 ERA. And he was the winning pitcher against Summit Christian.
Oh, really?
Ranked 7th
Yeah.
in the state, class 5. So
Strong work, man.
Curry, man, congrats. Curry was the charge guy in basketball. I mean, that dude he would draw like 4 or 5 charges a game. Maybe not that much, but
No regard for his own body.
and I can't remember is Curry a junior or a sophomore? I think he's a sophomore. Maybe he's a junior. I don't know.
Don't ask me.
If you know, let us know
Yeah.
because he's young.
Yeah. Taking charges they're not always fun
Oh, you're getting hammered.
because you're getting laid out.
He
So-
he was so good at
Is it the flop?
the flop.
Okay.
I mean, Curry had that down. He was like, bam. I mean, he would draw in key moments. He would draw so many
Yeah.
charges. It
Yeah.
was amazing.
That's
So-
the sign of a selfless player, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. I'm excited about this one because this is another young lady that I've watched grow up in our system here at Rogersville. Bernie says he's a sophomore. Wow, we've got a lot. So
You better be hitting 450 next year.
yeah, or 1,000. Our female hometown furniture athlete of the week is Nikki Wood.
Nikki Wood.
21 goals in 13 games.
Nice.
21 in 13.
That's pretty impressive. That's more than one a game.
And that's for soccer.
Yeah. And as we've seen in the soccer game, Pope, it takes a lot of bodies to make those goals happen. So kudos to Nikki, but also kudos to her teammates, for getting her open, hitting her on the run, as Ballard would say. He made a good run.
And I don't know if you know this.
I don't know what that means.
What's a good run, Ballard? I don't know if you know this, but Nikki's a twin.
Oh, really?
And her sister, phenomenal too.
Oh, really?
I guarantee you we hand out the same award to her sister at some point.
Okay. I'll take
So-
your word for it, man.
But anyways,
we need to get back on the award thing. We haven't done that in a while.
well, I mean, we're doing it
the
right
paper.
now.
Well, I know, but we need to get back on it.
Well, it's been kind of a drought between. I mean, you got basketball ending but thank you, man. He should be our executive producer.
Yeah, he'd be a good one. Rick Burney says he's a sophomore.
He's saying Sutherland's a
Yeah,
sophomore. I
Sutherland's a
thought so.
sophomore.
So we want to thank, or we want to congratulate Curry Sutherland and Nikki Wood. Man, we're excited. We're big fans of yours. Keep doing what you're
If you
doing.
guys are watching this, give yourself a pat on the back.
There you
Give
go.
that to you. We want to thank Hometown Furniture for your sponsorship of this award, and also our friends over at Greenbox Photography. Joe Thomas is the ninja of photography when it comes to sports
He's
pictures.
like everywhere.
Yeah.
Like all the
Everywhere.
time. Like, how does he do it?
He'll tag me and you in something, and I'll be like, I didn't
I
even
don't
see
even know
you.
I was there.
Where were you at?
I forgot I was there, but you reminded me.
White shadow.
But he is some of these baseball pictures he's been sending me.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Did you see them on our
Yes,
Instagram?
I did.
Yeah. So we're excited. Thank you guys, and we're gonna
moving right along.
We're moving right along.
Man, we're doing good.
I think we're doing good on time. So
Good.
Yeah,
hey,
John worries sometimes, folks, about whether or not we're going to be able to get it all in or stretch
ask
it out long enough.
anyone that knows me, I am.
What do I say, John?
I am a time person.
What do I say, John?
If you say be there at 2:00, I'm there at 1:50. 1:50. So,
What's that? What's the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland?
I don't know.
That's him. That's John.
Oh yeah,
the clock.
The clock
guy.
Yeah. We have to drive separately some places because I am just that. I don't know, but anyways, I guess we really don't need to talk about that on air.
Enough about you.
So enough about me. Hey, we're gonna call real quick our friend Rick Burney. He is our 2-minute drill guy, and he always gives us.
And apparently he knows where the hippie breakfast restaurants are that I don't even know what the heck he's talking about.
Do we got Mr. Rick Burney on
All right,
the
so
air?
let's hear
Hey,
it.
Rick.
What are you talking about?
Hey, I'm gonna start with this. Is injuries. This is kind of the quote, but it's not really a quote. Injuries are just about as brutal for parents, if not more,
Yeah.
than they are for the kids.
Yeah.
I will tell you, it is brutal to have your kid work hard, and I know my son's not the only one. So to work hard and then not be able to participate. So I just, man, my heart goes out to any of these kids, especially the senior kids
Mm-hmm.
that have put in the time and the effort and everything else, only to have it cut a little short. So anyway, hey, the hippie place is a little restaurant in Fayetteville, just down from Baum Stadium, just to the east. The Farmers, what is it? The Farmers Table Cafe.
Rick, I've never
And,
been there, but
yeah,
we're gonna
we've
have to
never
go.
been there.
We're
It
gonna have
is-
to go check it out.
So there's no, I mean, they got organic food. My brothers and I on a motorcycle ride a couple years ago stumbled onto it, and there's not a cup in the place that matches. I swear, dude, I think the people serving food, none of them had shoes on.
Sounds like
And
my
it was
kind of
just
place.
kind of, it was not, the food was awesome. I will tell you that. The food was great, but it was like, I thought I went to Golden, Colorado or something, I mean, it was,
Was it kind of psychedelic in there?
yeah, it is, because there's nothing matches. I mean, no cups match, no plates match. No, I don't think there's a chair in there that matches. But the food was outstanding. So I just call it a hippie restaurant.
Yeah, we'll have
So,
to check that out next time we go down to Fayetteville.
I couldn't eat at a place where people didn't have shoes on. I'm sorry, I'd leave.
I
Rick,
don't know, man. Go ahead.
On a scale from 1 to 5, 1 being the worst and 5 being the best, what would you give it?
Oh, I'm giving it a 6.
Oh
Oh, wow.
Well,
Must
now,
be that
Yeah,
good.
I mean,
I might eat there now. Shoes or no shoes.
breakfast tacos is, I think, what I had, and so yeah, we loved the food. It was a 6, man.
So, Rick,
Nice.
what? I can appreciate your opening comment about injuries and kids battling back, and then as a parent, I haven't had to witness or deal with that just yet, and I hope I never have to. But what kind of words of wisdom you got for us this week?
Well, I think my words of wisdom for parents is, the time is short, man, and so love on them, take care of them, have fun, don't make this sports, man. Even for these kids that are going on to college to play sports, don't make it about just the grind, because the grind's going to be there no matter what. So it's got to be about, just relationships and having fun, and trying to keep it from being all of that.
Yeah,
So,
and being an encourager.
That's exactly right, 100%.
Well, and we've done numerous shows on this, Rick, about I don't look at sports for my daughters as a way to advance. And if they do, they do. That's great. But I look at it as character building moments for them.
Well, it's just so easy, man, to get caught up in and I've been there. We've been caught up in all the lessons and all the training and night after night at the Marucci or whatever. And I think it helped my son. I'm not saying it didn't. And I think some of those relationships have been good, but it can be so much pressure on a kid. And it's just, man, the pressure to be on the fishing team. Not that JP puts some pressure on them, but they feel pressured when they get in a field of 350 boats to compete. So somehow you have to kind of be able to alleviate that pressure and keep it fun and keep it. And I've listened to lots of guys, especially big time quarterbacks, talk about what they do with their kids after games, and basically they don't talk about the games, and so anyway, that's it. I can tell you why Joe Thomas is so good. I poured a concrete pad for one of those swimming spas over at their place. I think he must get in it a lot.
He does. He posts pictures all the time about it too. I'll tell you what. You talk about fishing, and this is a little bit off topic, but we do have a fishing team at ROG, and they do fantastic. I'm going to be in a fishing tournament this weekend, and you talk about pressure because Alicia said if I don't win money, don't come home. And
That's
I'm
tough,
scared.
dude.
Yeah, I'm like,
man.
I'm literally nervous about
John,
it.
if you need to stay at our house,
Man,
you're welcome.
I may need a couch. Bernie, can
You
you?
better book in a hotel room.
Hey, can you put an addition onto my chicken coop or something so that, like, in case I don't win?
Yeah. If you win, we will find enough money to add on to the chicken coop.
Hey, man, we love you. We appreciate you. End it like you end it.
Love God and love your neighbor.
That's right.
Thanks, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
All right,
See you,
take care.
Rick.
See you back.
Man, he is so right too about these kids and how hard they work. And I put up a long proud dad post this past week about Adric and his performance in his track meet and all this stuff. So, I can't. So he's not injured or anything. I can't imagine how much more proud I would probably feel if he had experienced some kind of a serious injury and then battled back and still performed. You know what I mean? Like you're proud of them when they haven't had an ACL. But if they had one and then they fight all the way back and they still compete at so high of a level, how much? I mean, it's just incredible.
Have you done that? Because I know you messed yourself up.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been there.
Yeah, I've been there and I've done that twice.
We both. I thought it was funny because, I hate bragging on Facebook, but there's those times like I loved your thing.
It's not bragging. It's just I don't. It's not about me. I just want Adric has worked so hard, and
That's
a
right.
lot of people don't know what conversations we've had, and the time that he's devoted to working out through the winter, and to see the fruit of all of that hard work is just so fun to watch.
Well, I put a similar post about B up this week, and just
grinding on that core, man. She was doing work.
Well, it was
Where'd she go, anyways?
Thursday night was Alicia's birthday, but she had training. Bella had training, and she was kind of up in the air whether to go or not. And she's like, I can't miss because I want to get good.
Yeah,
and so, and that's going to segue into what I want to talk about real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care, man. I want you guys to share this part of the show because this is going to be something that, I'm a girl dad, so.
I got one too.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. I I don't know how to word this without sounding, it's not a negative thing. I just want us to do it better. We need better attendance at our girls' sports.
Mhm.
I'm tired of looking out, and I love the attendance at the boys' sports, and I'm so proud of them, and like we should be. But our girls work just as hard,
Mhm.
and they're good, and they deserve the same kind of support that our boys do. And so I'm not saying this as a negative. I want us to change the narrative here.
It's kind of a call to action.
It's a call to action. I want someone to take this and run with it and, get our pep squad or whatever we have at the high school to get people at these girls' games, these girls' events, because they work just as hard as the boys do.
You know what? And I'm not trying to bash or knock anybody. I'm just making an observation, and maybe it's just me. So if you guys have got some insight, please chime in here. But like, I don't ever really see, and it's maybe just the groups or whatever that I'm in with my friends that I have, but I don't ever really know when we're playing what. Does that make sense?
No,
Like
perfect.
maybe there needs to be a big push because social media is where everything is right now. Make a big push. Somebody take the reins, and make it a point. Hey, we got a girls' game tonight at 6 or whatever it is, and just get it out there for people to have the opportunity to be informed and then go.
Yeah. And we will do, I promise you, this room echoey to me, but
I think the more of you, the better.
the more of me. I promise you, we will use every bit of our platform here to raise the attendance at girls' games. And it's not just me. I mean, I've heard from these young ladies saying, "Man, why are more people not at our games?" And I'm going to go back to softball. Man, I was so proud of our football team. Like you were at that game,
Yeah.
and we had all the
boys.
studs from our football team there cheering on these girls. And I'm proud of our kids. I'm not saying this as a negative. I'm just saying we need to do better.
Yeah. And what would Rick say right now if he's on the phone? What would he say?
Rick Burney,
Yeah. What would he say?
do better.
They're all our kids.
Oh, they're all our kids. Yeah. I mean,
All of them.
all of them. So, I'm making a plea. I'm using whatever, or I'm not. We are, as the chain gang, making a plea to fix this. Someone take the reins with it because we can't.
We've said that before. Like, we want to do our best to promote all of the athletics, which I think we do a good job of, but we can't be everywhere all the time.
We can't. I mean, you and I are extremely busy just doing this show, but we will support, we will broadcast, we will do whatever we can to better this and correct it.
Yeah, I
Right?
agree 100%.
Okay. That's your call. That's our call of action to
The
you
Rogersville
guys.
community.
Someone contact me, private message our page, say, "Hey, I'm willing to take this up and we'll work with you 100%."
Yep. We'll do what we can to get it out there.
Because we're only getting bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting bigger, but but I mean, we're only growing our fan base to reach more people. So it's just about promoting these kids
Yeah. Doing our parts.
and talking about sports.
Yeah, man. Because that's what I love to do.
That sounded more like a speech than anything.
Was I giving a speech?
It's kind of
Sounded
sounded
like it.
good though. I really
Well,
liked it.
Everybody have that on like video because that's gonna make history.
If that makes history, I'm in trouble. No,
So let's talk about
no. Let's talk about
Missouri State football
Oh,
because
my.
that's a big deal, as you say. Deal like a pickle.
it's
Dill
humongous.
pickle.
So for all those out there that may not know, because let's be honest here, Missouri State's football program has been awful for a very long time. So recently they made a hire. Do you know who that hire is, John?
Bobby Petrino.
That's correct. You said it right. Good job.
I always say Paterno or Petrino, but I got it right this time.
So they hired Bobby Petrino, and if you don't know who that is, he's an ex-Arkansas Razorback
With a motorcycle.
coach with a motorcycle. Long story short, he got fired. It was out for a while, and Missouri State gave him that second chance. And what did he do with his second chance? He
Blew
takes
it.
them to the playoffs
Crushed it.
in the first year during a pandemic. Way to go.
Nice job, man.
I guarantee you those were none of his kids he recruited either.
No, it just shows to show you how good of a coach and motivator that he is. I mean, and
Blew him away.
despite his shortcomings, he's a great football coach. And so when we were talking about what we're going to talk about tonight, there's a lot of people out there that don't want him coaching at all just because of what he did, his moral issue that he had. So here's how I look at it, and I want to hear your perspective too. So are we the land of second chances?
Absolutely.
But are we?
No.
In today's day,
Not in today's day.
we're not.
No.
So I'm fine with Bobby Petrino getting another shot. I think that's great. We all are failures at times, and we need a second chance. So my stance on it is, if you're a great football coach and you screwed up and you've grown and learned from your mistakes, let's give you a second chance and let's see what happens. So now there's the big thing, right? Is he going to go on back to D1? Because nobody wants him there. I think if he's earned it, the school wants to give him a chance, why not?
Yeah, I agree with you. And here's my thing is, Missouri State wasn't a second chance for him. It really wasn't. I mean, I'm surprised Missouri State got a coach of that caliber.
Oh, well, he went to Louisville, didn't he?
Yeah, he went to Louisville.
That's right.
But when you say second chances, and I'm not knocking Missouri State, but their history has not been a history that would support hiring a Bobby Petrino.
No, not that caliber of a. Is that what
Not
you're
that
saying?
caliber.
Yeah, he's a high caliber
So
coach.
that's not a second chance to him. That's like the lowest of the. And I'm not, once again, please don't think I'm knocking Missouri State, but as his caliber of an Arkansas
Yeah,
head
he goes
coach,
from ranked number 5 in the country
Yeah.
in Division I to Missouri State.
yeah. When you turn
I hate
around, I mean, you've had some really good coaches at Missouri State. I mean, they're not bad coaches, but you hire him in year one, he does what he's done. I would want him. He deserves Division I.
Mm-hmm.
And if he moves on, he moves on. That should be his goal. That's all of our goals.
But our cancel culture today is going to say, no, he can't do that.
Yeah, and,
He's just a failure. We can't give him another shot.
yeah, and that's the unfortunate part for him too, is because it was such a public,
Man.
you and I, gosh, if there's a lot of things I wouldn't want, I mean, it publicly known about me, and I'm glad they're not. But, and I've not done anything like that. But what I'm saying is, like, we don't live in the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
So no one's like sitting there looking at everything John Pope does or Ryan White.
Right.
But he does, yes, he messed up, but he deserves a second chance. And you're right. I mean, there's some people who say, well, he did this and he did that. It doesn't matter, man. Did he serve his sentence? Believe me, he did.
Yeah, he's been out for a while.
Been
I mean,
out.
seriously, I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a while. I mean, nobody knew who he was probably until he got hired around here.
And not to make this weird, but you've got all these like movie stars that can do stuff and they get forgiven. Like, why can't a normal guy, and I know he's not normal, but why can't he get a second chance?
Right.
But,
To you people that are saying he doesn't deserve a second chance, if you were in his shoes, would you want a second chance?
Dude.
that's a really, man.
Wow.
He deserves that chain gang hat for sure.
God gum. It's bringing the heat.
Yeah, because we all want to point fingers until it's us, right?
So you folks out there listening and participating in the show, I mean, what do you think? Does Bobby Petrino has he earned or does he deserve a right to go back up to Division I if some school wants to hire him, despite all of his failure as a human?
And if you don't agree with it, that's fine.
Please, I'd love to
Let
hear
us
your
know.
argument.
All right, so congrats, Missouri State football conference champs. I don't know when. Do you remember when the last time? 90s, somewhere in there.
Yep.
So, hey, we're gonna thank another one of our sponsors real quick.
It's our drug dealer of
Our
choice.
drug dealer of choice. I don't know. We want to thank Rogersville
Has he ever
Pharmacy.
said anything to you like, John, you guys got to quit saying
I
that.
don't know. No, he's never said anything, but we want to thank Rogersville Pharmacy for their support of our show. We could not do it without you.
I'm petitioning for ice cream and milkshakes.
I think that's done. Because I saw him selling off like that part of it.
I want it back.
Please.
But yes, we want to thank you, Jim. Like, man, I'm telling you what, go in there, take your prescriptions in there, because that pharmacy is legit. I mean, it's just a fun place.
Yep. Great customer service. And when you go in there to get your prescription refilled, tell him that you would like a root beer float.
They're delicious.
And tell him Ryan from the Chain Gang told you that. So thank you, Jim, and thank you for everything you've done for us. So
We're We're gonna have a citywide movement.
That's what I'm pushing for.
We are. Hey, you and I talked, and I mean, I hate doing this, but I feel like we kind of need to, and we're just going to broadly touch this topic. But I'm going to put a graphic up on our screen here. I'm going to have Ryan read it because I can't see the. Oh, no. No, hold on. Before I get into it, let's talk about this.
Okay. Yes. So, a thing that we've been doing in our household, and I feel like this is something that the chain gang needs to run with. I feel like you need to be a part of it with us. Moving forward.
I'm in.
Because this has just been kind of in our own household. So
And
what we do,
and Marvin.
and I want the community to kind of pitch in too and give your 2 cents. Not that we'll necessarily agree and take it all the time, but I want to hear your feedback. So what we do is we go around to all these sporting events, Marshfield, Catholic, Aurora. We go to all these places, and we always order
A
pretzel with cheese, and we rank them suckers. 1 being awful, 10 being the best. And if you come in here and you're commenting and you want to send us a score, you can't just put a straight up number.
Hold on, I'm going to put the. Are you ready for me to throw?
Yeah, do it.
I'm throwing it
as
up.
Marvin Boyer would tell you, if you just come in and say that's a 6, that's an amateur score. You got to give a 6
he would
point
say that's a rookie score.
Something. Yeah, a rookie score. So as you can see, as we've got it right now, and I was working on this a little bit this past week, we went to Buffalo and watched our Rogersville football team 2 years ago.
Not worth it.
It was terrible. It was hard,
rock
cold,
solid.
The cheese was cold, not enough salt. So they got a solid 1.2. Now, if you go out here to the berm, if you go out here to Fordland to the berm, the baseball facility out here, they are by far the best pretzel and cheese
ever
we have had.
So you've got softness, amount of cheese, and saltiness.
That's kind of how we're going with this.
Okay.
You got those 3 elements, and how do they mesh together to get your score?
Poor Buffalo.
This is awful.
I mean, they just got called out on the biggest sports show in Rogersville.
You need to step up your pretzel game. That's all I can say.
What is the mascot for Buffalo?
A buffalo.
Bison.
Is it? I figured it was a bison. Yeah.
As Andy would say, a bison.
Bison. There you
so
go.
The standard is Buffalo.
It's awful.
To the berm.
The berm is right here. I mean, it's just down the street in Fordland.
That's awesome.
It's what, 10 minutes away? Not even that.
So I say this like every week. Well, not every week because we won't be able to do this, but when we can, like when we're broadcasting games, because we do football, baseball, basketball, whatever, we rate every one of them.
Yes.
No matter where we are.
And
we went to Arkansas and ranked it. Well, we didn't rank it because they didn't have cheese.
It was an unfair session.
Yeah,
It's unfair.
But even if we're at like a Rogersville middle school game and we're like, Rogersville, man, you're at a 4.
Rank it.
Like, be honest with it.
Yeah, and I will be.
We're coming for your pretzels.
We expect a 10, and this is a recommendation.
So people.
So remember, if you say that it is a 10, that there is no room for improvement ever from any pretzel that you go and eat. So that's why I've got the Berman a 9.5, because who knows?
Sure.
Somebody could come up and beat them that we don't know about yet.
I think
Underdog.
Jesus is the only one that would make a 10 pretzel, right?
Nobody's going to beat him.
But that's what's gonna be fun from now on. Like we do our little promos for like the football game.
Oh my gosh.
We're coming for you. They're not even gonna be scared about our football team. They're just gonna be scared of how we rank their pretzels.
I want to throw a disclaimer out because of something that the executive producer Pope just put up on it. So this is strictly at like game facilities, not like a restaurant or a fast food joint.
Just games.
Just games.
You know what we
or
should
sporting
do?
events for high school or college.
We're not going around to a pretzel restaurant and, oh, yeah, this is bad or this is good. You're going to get this. No, it's
sporting events.
just sporting events.
What we should do at the end of the year, like like baseball's everything's over.
Yeah.
Is we should like go to the berm with like a golden pretzel, and they get
like we need to have like a cup. We need to have like a cup, and then we need to have fake cheese. Well, it's not real. It's gonna be salt, and we need to have like a pretzel dipped
I'm
in
with
it
you, brother.
like, salt.
Make a trophy.
Make a trophy.
Okay, maybe we can do it.
National pretzel
I love it.
of the year.
Anyway,
We're coming for your pretzels. I want to get to the point where people they say, "Oh my gosh, there's John and Ryan," and they've got one set aside. It's their most special pretzel, and they're like, "We saved this all night for you.
this is the best one we prepared all day.
Why do people watch this show? No, we're having fun. I know you are too. So hey,
You leaving me out on this?
I think we're going to move on to a serious conversation. I don't even know if we cover this anymore, but hey, we want to talk about this real quick. I'm going to read this. I love Brett Favre. I think he's one of the greatest quarterbacks that has ever came out, but I don't love him because I think he's the best quarterback. I think he's gritty. He's everything that encompasses sports as far as work ethic and just toughness and stuff. So there you go, Brett Favre, if you're watching.
Yeah, but I think about Brett. One other thing I'm going to add. When I think of Brett Favre, I think about how you could see how much fun he had playing. He loved it.
Yeah, I think you could have broke his leg and he'd have hopped out there and said, "I'm playing.
I'm playing.
I'm going to put this up real quick."
Let me in, Coach.
Ryan, can you read that? Sorry, my old man eyes.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. So this is from a quote. He went on his show, the Andrew Clavin Show, and this is Brett Favre's quote. He says, "I know when I turn on a game, I want to watch a game. I want to watch players play. And teams win, lose, come from behind. I want to watch all the important parts of the game, not what's going on outside of the game. And I think the general fan feels the same way."
Amen, brother.
We know how Adric feels about it.
Yeah. I want to talk about this just briefly because it got me thinking. One, Brett Favre was getting a lot of flack this week for saying that. And I guarantee you Brett Favre's at home in Mississippi saying, whatever. I'm hunting catfish today, or I'm fishing for, he's such a guy's guy. But I got to thinking about this today, and at our levels, and I know none of us played beyond high school, I don't ever remember a coach saying, "Hey, Pope, what's your political view on this?"
Right.
I remember him saying, "Man, I'm going to crush you if you don't do this, or I'm going to crush you if you don't do that." But why is it that once we get to a certain level that we feel in sports it's okay to try to turn sports into a political arena? And it's not. We talked several shows ago about 42, the movie 42.
Yeah.
And Jackie Robinson never once tried to make race a political issue in sports. But what happened was sports changed the race issue for the better.
Right.
And it's always just play the game and let the game change things for the better.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And if you listen to the athletes today, and I'm not really saying that there's anything wrong with what I'm getting ready to say, they'll say we're just trying to use our platform that we have, which I think is great. You're making multi-million dollars. Use your platform, but you don't have to do it while you're playing or shortly before you're playing or a TV interview after you finish a game. If you want to use your platform, and I'm not saying, I'm sure a lot of these people do, get involved in the community, spend that money, donate, whatever. It's your money, but people just want to watch a game.
And you made the best point, and I should have preferenced that with what I said was, I don't care, and I respect you have an opinion.
Yeah, me too.
LeBron James, he undoubtedly is one of the greatest basketball players we've ever seen. You outside of the game, do what you got to do, man.
Yeah.
I love that you have that freedom of expression. I'm not trying to say don't do it, but you said it. It doesn't belong in the game.
Yeah, we just want to watch you play ball. That's all we want you to do. And then go talk about, you want to do an interview, late night TV show or primetime news or whatever about your political views. Great. Go for it.
Lisha brought up a quote from Michael Jordan on ESPN, The Last Dance. It says, put that back up there, because he said, "I wasn't a politician when I was playing my sport. I was focused on the craft."
Thank you.
I don't go into Edward Jones and say, "Hey, before you open an account with me, I got to let you know, I'm this or that." It's my job. I do my job.
Yeah.
Outside of that, if people don't if people can't respect my opinion outside of that, I understand that. And I guess just what you're saying is like, be your own person outside of the game, but don't bring it into the game.
And here's what's getting really weird, in my opinion, with sports just in general, is so Brett Favre got so much slack and national attention for what he said, but the ESPN or former ESPN lady, reporter, co-host, whatever her title was, she was seen on a news station doing an interview talking about people of color should have their own college and have their own teams. And basically it was all black, essentially, was what she's saying, which is like, I just can't even believe that conversation is taking place after everything the country has been through.
No. And I mean,
Seriously?
celebrate the player. I mean, gosh, I'm so sick of like, well, this is, Brett Favre's this, or, everyone's this. Celebrate the player, what they do on the field and what they do off the field, be a mentor for these young kids. You can still have your political views or whatever, but it just bugs me that it's always on the field and our kids see that.
Yeah. I just hope that one day it gets back to kind of like, I guess, Michael Jordan's era, because it's fresh in mind, where, they were just playing.
Or the boss. I mean, the boss, like his biggest thing was like he wore the NCAA t-shirt. So,
Yeah.
But no,
What are y'all's thoughts on that?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you guys think about it? You want politics in the game? You want it out of the game? I mean, what do you think?
You do good of asking them what they want.
I try to make it a family engaging show.
It's not just about what I say, right?
No, it's about what everyone thinks.
That's
and we
good.
can disagree, and it's gonna be okay.
And I could love you tomorrow for disagreeing with
I
me.
will.
It won't be the end of the world.
You and I won't disagree because
No, we've disagreed on a couple.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say,
Eh.
you guys have disagreed before.
very, very rarely. So,
Very rare.
are we ready to bring in Little B
Little B.
for our top 5? And you picked this top 5
I
tonight.
picked-
Yeah,
Top
Atticus.
five.
Atticus brought this top 5 to light.
What is our top 5, Atticus?
Our top 5 is top 5 stadium foods.
Oh,
Top 5 stadium foods. I'm excited. We got
So you
Little
wanna-
B joining us for her.
her 2 cents. You want me to? I'll start on my end and work our way down. Adric, when you do your 5, you'll go 4, and we'll come back through. So, my top 5 is the classic. It's always good. Generally, can't screw it up. Popcorn.
I like that.
It lasts a long time.
I agree with you. I have hamburger. You're just your stadium hamburger. I mean,
Okay.
it's, what do you got at 5B?
Same with Ryan.
Cool
Popcorn.
with popcorn. Yeah.
I got number 5. I got candy.
Oh, okay.
Candy.
Candy.
Yeah.
Get a Twizzlers.
So what do you got at 4?
I got it for popcorn.
You know, popcorn.
I like popcorn better.
So I think
than
it
candy.
sounds like most people up here think popcorn is just kind of,
Well, and just to recap, folks, we're doing top 5 stadium foods. What do you got at 4B?
Funnel cakes.
Oh, man.
Whoa. I don't know if I'm putting that at a 4 slot.
Well, I don't know that I forgot funnel cake.
so did I.
but I
But not
can't
at
too.
4.
I'm not putting it at 4. Can I change? I can't change.
No, too late, man. Sorry.
I got number 4. I got pretzel at number 4.
Depends on what stadium
Yeah.
you're at. I'll give you that. My number 4, I went with the turkey leg. I went with the turkey leg at
Gosh, I
4 because it's so big. Like, you can't, like, once you eat the turkey leg, you're pretty much done. Like, I'm
Yeah.
full.
It's like dinner. Like eating.
Yeah, so number 3, coming back at you, going with the cheeseburger.
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 Number 3.
Cheeseburger.
I got number 3 nachos.
I didn't have. That's
the
a good
ballpark
choice.
nacho.
Yeah.
I forgot about a lot of foods.
I had pretzels.
Pretzels at 3.
Yep.
Uh,
I can respect that.
my number 3 is the good old classic hot dog,
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
especially if it's juicy, delicious. Firing back at you, I got at number 2. I got my classic cheeseburger.
The
Cheeseburger.
cheeseburger. You've got a lot higher.
Cheeseburger.
What do you got at 2B?
A hot dog.
You got hot dog at
Yep.
2.
Yep.
I've got popcorn at 2 because here's my thing.
Oh, wow.
Stadium popcorn, like I don't go home and say I want popcorn.
I do.
Stadium popcorn, I just can't pass it up. But you can have You have some stadiums that are like too salty, not
Yep.
enough salt. So I've got popcorn at number 2 if it's done right.
Here's one thing you
done
need
right.
to know about Dad, or as you people will know him, Ryan.
Here we go.
Is if you have popcorn with him, he will take the majority of it.
Yeah, I'm not
he
a
does
big-
not share it.
I'm not a big sharer of popcorn in my house. I got a problem with it. It's an issue.
He'll-
Anyway,
He'll
my
like
number
spread out
2.
half the bowl. And
Yep,
get
you're
the
done.
rest.
Number 2, I got a hot dog with mustard
Yeah.
only.
Mustard only.
Very demanding.
What's your one?
What's your number 2?
I said popcorn.
He said 2.
Oh,
You
is
go
it my
2 to
number
1.
1?
Yeah.
You'll be
Have you,
shocked to know.
have you done this before?
You'll be shocked to know that my number 1, pretzel with cheese.
Pretzel with cheese. I've got it number 1, hot dog, because I think hot dog is the all-American
It is.
ballpark food.
I'm with you.
We skip over B. She gives us her number 1. What's your number 1?
Same with Dad. Pretzel with cheese.
Got 2 pretzel guys right here.
Yep.
What do you got? What's your number 1, B? End us out.
Nachos.
She's got nachos. She loves.
Nachos number
yeah.
1.
I'll tell you, man. That's a
All right,
big
so
one.
do you get jalapenos with your nachos? No. Okay.
And jalapeno is spelled with an A or J, not an
Yeah.
H.
She's a picky eater, so
I
hey,
didn't even have them on my list, and I love getting a good nacho. I didn't even think about it.
there's a lot of stuff though, like that got brought up, like turkey leg, and it depends on the environment. We maybe should have talked about this, like college football, high school, because high school doesn't have turkey legs.
No.
Or
We
corn
should-
dogs.
Maybe we should narrow it down.
But Steph is right.
A corn dog, yeah.
Corn dog would be in my 5.
With mustard.
Oh, with just mustard only. Absolutely. I don't man, now I'm hungry.
Yep.
Now I want to go eat.
dinner.
So
You
guys,
You
go ahead.
needed to say that in like a Batman tone.
I want mustard. Bring me mustard. Guys, we want to thank everybody. We want to thank our sponsors, Hometown Furniture, Green Box
Green Box.
Photography, Rogersville Pharmacy, and Kaiser Chiropractic. So, guys, it's been fun. We will be in our studio. I can't wait for them to see it.
I can't wait to get the table done.
We're gonna have a table. We've got some signs being made.
It's going to be so cool.
It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. And then we'll start bringing on guests again.
Yeah.
So I mean, we want to thank our special guest today,
Yeah,
Atticus.
Atticus White.
Atticus White, so-
I was in the last show too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but you did good. So
Yeah.
Any last words?
No, I'm really glad to be back.
I am
It's
too.
really
I'm
good to
excited.
be in here.
Same here.
I'll just want to say we're coming for your pretzels. Guys, we'll see you. Have a good week.
Take care. Love you guys.
Better be-